At this time, it is my pleasure to welcome the Salt Lake County Sheriff's Honor Guard.
All officers, civilians, present arms. Forward arms. Right face. Forward arms. Feet hold. The face. Present arms.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Forward arms. Body about face. Close colors. Feet right face. Forward arms.
Thank you, everyone. You may be seated. I'd now like to introduce the Office of the Sheriff's Administration and Division Commanders in attendance. From the Sheriff's Office, I have Sheriff Rosie Rivera, Under Sheriff Jake Peterson, Chief Matt Dumont, Chief Deputy Carrie Huth, Deputy Chief Shanda Gonzalez. We've got Captain Rebecca Green, Captain Bart Bennett, Captain Brent Dietrich, Lieutenant Cole Warnick, and we've got a few in the back, Director of Nursing Rob Ballard, and Lieutenant Kathy Romero. On May 18th, 2020, our training unit welcomed 45 highly motivated cadets. These cadets were eager to learn, but unsure of what was ahead of them for the next 13 weeks. During the past 13 weeks, these cadets have spent hours in the classroom listening to lectures, studying, and taking tests. They spent hours in our mat room, fine-tuning their verbal de-escalation training, arrest control techniques, defensive tactic skills. They've also spent hours strengthening their minds and bodies, pushing themselves through rigorous physical fitness sessions. With the ever-present danger of the COVID-19 pandemic, our training unit and cadets maintained positive attitudes and were able to complete all required training while practicing safe distancing, wearing masks, and proper hand washing. Of the 45 cadets who started our academy, 37 corrections cadets have earned the right to be sworn in today as deputies for the Salt Lake County Sheriff's Office. This academy has done an outstanding job from start to finish, and I'm extremely proud of them to join our family. Let's give them a big round of applause for a job well done. At this time, I'd like to introduce Sheriff Rosie Rivera to say a few words.
Good morning, cadets. Today we are super proud of all of you. 13 weeks ago, I got to meet each one of you, and we talked about who our command staff was and who you are. And I think at that time you were all a little bit shy, but through the 13 weeks, I've been able to observe you, work together, build a camaraderie between all of you. And I have to tell you how impressive I am, especially going through a pandemic and having to do things differently and change weekly as we received new information. You all had a lot of patience, and you were very diligent in keeping each other safe. And I just want to tell you that we here at Salt Lake County Sheriff's Office are a very close-knit family, and we care about our family. And I am happy to say that I'm very impressed with all of you to be part of this family. For your families who are listening today, be proud of these guys. They worked hard, and they deserve this. They deserve to be able to say that I am a Salt Lake County Sheriff's deputy as of today. That is very important to me, that they can say that with pride. We are a very prideful agency, and we show it in everything we do. And I truly believe all of you are ready to step into that role, to be proud like the rest of us, to belong to the Salt Lake County Sheriff's Office. So congratulations, and we'll continue on with our program.
Thank you, Sheriff Rivera. Our keynote speaker today is an 11-year veteran of the Salt Lake County Sheriff's Office. He was promoted to the rank of lieutenant in 2019 and remains passionate about his work and responsibilities. He has earned a bachelor's degree in behavioral science with an emphasis in psychology from the Utah Valley University, and will complete his master's degree in business administration in December at UVU. He has proudly served in the United States Army and Army Reserves for 7 years, and continues to serve as a part-time consultant to the Army Materiel Command. His professional accolades include accountability training certification from the Partners in Leadership and Development program, and has also earned the Salt Lake County Management Certificate. He is the recipient of the Officer of the Year Award, the Peer Recognition Award, and others that demonstrate his commitment to his personal and professional development. His career path has taken him on many exciting and rewarding adventures, but no other is important to him as the experiences he's had with the Salt Lake County Sheriff's Office. It is my pleasure to introduce Lieutenant Cole Warnick.
Thank you, Lieutenant Garcia. To begin, I just want to take a moment and thank the training staff for all their hard work and for having me here today. As many of you know, for the last couple years, they have worked so hard and put one academy through after another to get us to safe staffing levels. We appreciate you all do, and also you may know that they are a leader in the industry in training 19 and 20-year-olds, something that's new to the state of Utah and many parts of the country. And I can assure you that you are training them well, and I have seen them perform fantastic over at the jail. So thank you for that. I also want to take a minute and thank Sheriff Rivera, Under Sheriff Peterson, Chief Dumont, Chief Gonzalez, and the command group for having me here today. It's a great opportunity to represent you all, and without your leadership, there's no way I'd be standing here today. So thank you. Class 27, I'm honored to stand before you today and be a part of today's passage of rite and observation of your successful completion of the academy and transition from cadet to sworn deputy. In just a few moments, Sheriff Rivera is going to be pinning one of these shiny new badges on your chest. She is going to be swearing you in as the newest members of the Salt Lake County Sheriff's Office family. During that time, I hope you have the same emotional experience I did nearly 12 years ago. You're going to feel excited. I'm sure that you are eager to get over there and practice the task that you have trained so hard to do. You might even be excited to not have to put up with your training staff anymore, but you will be proud, and you should be. You have accomplished so much thus far, and you have a lot more accomplishments down the road. You will feel honored, and you should. You are now a member of the finest law enforcement agency of more than 150 years of service to this community and countless tales of heroes who have served before you. You will feel like a hero, and you should. You see, most people outside of these concrete walls will never understand. They will not have a clue of the heroic acts you endure, nor will they understand the selfless service you provide to the community and our law enforcement partners. It is true, as we have all said before, and we all share stories and experiences of what each day brings in the life of a corrections deputy. Walking through the hallways, you will hear things like, "Are you serious? No way. You've got to be kidding me." Followed by that, you will hear, "Not kidding. You can't even make this stuff up. Not even if you tried." But that is why I love this career so much. Each and every day is a new experience, and there is never a dull moment in jail. On May 5th, 1984, Ronald Reagan signed Proclamation 5187, creating National Correctional Officers Week. During the first week of May, the nation celebrates you. It celebrates correctional officers everywhere. President Reagan said, "The duties of these officers are increasingly complex and demanding. Simultaneously, called upon to fill the custodial, supervisory, and counseling roles of some of society's most dangerous people." Historically, correctional officers have been called guards, a substantial misunderstanding of the occupied positions and duties of a correctional officer. He went on to say that the important work of a correctional officer does not receive the recognition from the public it deserves. Sadly, this remains true today. Outside of work and away from your family and friends who are witness to how you wear this career on your sleeve, at some point in your career, you will feel it is a thankless job. As many will never understand, you are a hero. But for many, you will be viewed as a hidden hero, a hero of untold stories of personal courage and faithful integrity that treats people with kindness, respect, even when that may never be returned. You see, if you want to make a difference, that will give you every opportunity this career will give you every opportunity to be free of that hidden aspect of a true hero, if you allow it. I assume you chose this career path because you want to serve others. You want to serve the community and make a difference in other people's lives. Today, I have prepared some advice for you to prepare for a highly rewarding career as it has done for me, and how your personal choices will play a critical role in your success. These are some things that I have experienced myself, what my peers and leadership have taught me, and other advice that I have learned just by paying attention to the words that I can apply in my life and make it a little bit easier and achieve a little bit more. Ask yourself why you chose to become a corrections deputy. Why did you choose to work for the Salt Lake County Sheriff's Office? Why do you want to work in such a challenging career? You will have bad days. You will witness the unimaginable. But if you have a strong connection to your why and why you chose to do this, I promise you, you will find meaning. I want to share a little story about one of my heroes, and it's a hero that I have never met personally, but I have read about extensively. By the raise of hands, who here has heard of Viktor Frankl? I saw maybe 3 hands, and that's exactly what I expected. I didn't think that many of you will have ever heard of him, because he lies as a hidden hero like yourself. You see, Viktor Frankl was a Holocaust survivor and the father of logotherapy, which is the psychotherapy of a person's existence and meaning in life. Not only did he save his own life by surviving 3 German concentration camps, he helped save the lives of other prisoners. He did not pick up a weapon. He did not throw a punch. He was not part of a covert rescue team. He survived because he had a powerful belief that anyone who has the why to live can bear any how. He believed he survived because he would never give up as long as he continued to search for meaning and purpose in life. Even though he was surrounded by relentless evil, he would survive. And he did. I tell you this story because many times throughout my life I have read his passages to help me recover from hardships and to remind me of my purpose in life. That no matter what challenge, hardship, heartache, negativity, or wickedness I am faced with, the only constant in my life is my attitude and how I deal with it. I share with you his quote. Everything can be taken from a man or woman, but one thing. The last of human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. If you want to make a difference, find your why, and embrace the freedom of owning your attitude, and know that only you control that. This next one comes from one of my favorite actors, Matthew McConaughey. I'm sure you've probably heard of him. He shared this story when he won the Best Actor award, and it's very powerful, at least for me. When McConaughey was 15 years old, a very important person in his life approached him and asked, "Hey, who was your hero?" He said, "Well, I don't know. I've never really thought about that. I'll need some time." A couple weeks later, that same person approached him and said, "Well, who's your hero?" McConaughey said, "It's me in 10 years." 10 years later, at the age of 25, that same person approached him and said, "Hey, Matthew, so are you a hero?" He said, "Heck no, no way, man, not even close. My hero is me when I turned 35. He said, "Every day, every week, every month, every year, my hero is always 10 years away. And I'm fine with that, because I will never obtain that. I am okay with it because it makes me that person that keeps me chasing." I still laugh every time I hear this, and the message is clear. Every day we wake up and we may never become the hero we want to be, but it makes us somebody that keeps chasing. Chasing your dreams and aspirations to be someone a little bit better every day. Whatever or whoever it is that you look up to and want to be, keep chasing. Keep chasing your dreams to be that hero you want to be. If you want to make a difference, chase your dreams and strive to become your own hero. Several weeks now, you have been tested and tried to be your best. Whether it's long runs, sit-ups, push-ups, lunges, academic tests, or scenario training. We have all been there and know that it is not easy. In addition to those tasks, there are also easy, mundane tasks that often seem a little bit ridiculous. One task I am certain you remember is morning inspections. Your uniform must be pressed, males must be closely shaven, females' hair tied up, professional and neat, and your boots shined like glass. By the raise of hands, how many of you often thought, why do I have to do this? This is ridiculous. You can be honest, you're graduated now. In one word, you might explain these tasks are simply ways to teach us discipline, professionalism, or even respect. When I was in the Army, we had to make our beds every morning. Any wrinkles in the sheets or blanket resulted in punishment. If the corners weren't folded tightly in a crisp 45-degree angle and tucked neatly, a punishment of some sort was certainly on its way. The drill sergeant used to call it getting smoked. Not literally, but it was usually a physical exertion of some sort that tested our strength and tested our will. At one point, I also used to think the reason behind these silly tasks was to teach us discipline, professionalism, and respect. Later in life, I learned a different reason for these ridiculous daily tasks. I now believe that making your bed every morning or making sure my uniform and appearance is professional and neat, and all of the other seemingly irrelevant tasks are only to give us a sense of accomplishment, a win. It didn't matter if you failed every other task that day. As long as you passed the first one, you were stepping off in the right direction. You were one up on the leaderboard. And any one of you that are competitive probably knows that whoever scores first will set the tone for a real good fight that day. If you want to make a difference, take on every task. Start with the smaller ones and work your way up to bigger ones. Be the first to score, and you will start your day off right. Seems like yesterday I was a new deputy. My CTO trained me that if I had a question, ask. Simply ask. If you wanted to learn more about anything else, be curious. So I did. I was that annoying deputy that asked 1,000,001 questions. I would encourage the prisoners to approach me and ask me questions about their case or anything else related to their stay here at Hotel ADC. I would call court liaison and classifications several times a day, and it became so common that I am certain most of them let the phone ring hoping that someone else would pick it up, only to answer another question by Deputy Warnick. 10 years later, I lead those teams. 10 years later, I thank them for picking up that phone and answering all of my questions. 10 years later, they are still answering my questions and making me a better leader and even a better person. If you want to make a difference, be curious. Ask questions. Early in my career, as luck would have it, I was selected to be the sergeant of a new program called ISP, Intensive Supervision Probation. I could go on for hours about the life lessons I learned in the 4 years I served on the team amongst some of the best deputies I could have asked for. One of the deputies used to use a phrase to help her probationer succeed. When her probationer relapsed or violated some term of their probation, she would say, "Next time you find yourself in a vulnerable position where you could make a difficult decision, turn the page. Turn the page in your book and see what is next. The story is either going to end up really bad or really good, but only you are the author of your book." In this career, you will be challenged, you will be tested, and the prisoners will push your limits you didn't even know you had. When that happens, and you want to make a difference, turn the page. How do you want the next page to read? Throughout your career, you're going to have haters, and you're going to have doubters. I want you to look around this room and take a good look at the group of leaders here today. I know a little bit about each of them, and I know it wasn't easy for any of them to accomplish what they have in their careers. And I assure you, somewhere along the way, they were confronted by someone who doubted them. But those people were wrong. Lucky for you all, you probably had your final interview with one of these leaders here somewhere in this room. They're all very nice people, and I'm willing to bet the conversation was pleasant. almost 12 years ago, when I had my final interview, it was a little bit of a different story. When I had my final interview, it was with a man named Captain Bemis. He was about 8 feet tall, 400 pounds, and I'm pretty sure he had a cigarette dangling from the bottom of his lip. All right, that last part might not be true, but it's been a while. But he was intimidating. He asked me, "Why should I hire you?" After I pleaded my case with every reason I could think of, I finished with this. "Sir, I promise, if you hire me today, I will not let you down, and you will be proud of me." He stared at me, pushed his very large chair backwards, stood up, and wrapped his ginormous arms around me and welcomed me to the sheriff's office family. I was wrong. He wasn't nearly as intimidating as he looked. In fact, he was a very nice guy. I tell you this story because during that moment, before he nearly squeezed the life out of me, I thought he was doubting me. I walked back to my truck and shed tears of joy because I was just hired on to Utah's finest law enforcement organization. And the truth is, in this career, you're going to have people that doubt what you are capable of. There are going to be many times you even doubt yourself. But if you want to make a difference, let the haters hate, the doubters doubt, and go out there and prove them wrong. As a corrections deputy, I hope you all embrace fear and not be afraid of it. As a CTO, I used to tell new deputies that they should embrace fear because it is natural. It is our body's way to say, "Hey, I'm about to teach you something very important. I'm about to teach you how to survive." Fear comes to us in scores of different ways each and every day. If you find yourself in a constant state of fearlessness, that is what we call complacency. Complacency gets people hurt. Complacency stagnates careers or even ends it. Every day I fear something. Heck, there are times I fear talking to people. I have taught classes and given presentations more times than I can count. But today, I honestly feared giving this speech. I've experienced emotions of fear every time I thought about giving this speech since the day your training lieutenant thanked me for volunteering to give it, even before I knew I volunteered. I feared it not because I was scared to speak in front of you all today or scared that I would mess it up. I really wasn't sure. Last night at about 11 o'clock, I realized it wasn't fear that I was experiencing. It was energy and excitement because I was given the opportunity to speak to our successors and hopefully share with them something that would help them thrive as a sworn deputy and leaders of our future. If you want to make a difference, don't be scared of fear. Don't be scared of failure. Attack fear every time, and you will see that every small win will eventually turn into bigger ones. The big win for me today is the honor to serve with each of you and have this opportunity to wish you all a long with us and an enjoyable one. I hope what I've shared with you today will make a difference in your life. Thank you.
Thank you, Lieutenant Warwick. It's now time to present the certificates and badges to the graduating class. As I call your names, come to the front and receive your badge from Sheriff Rivera. Class 27, please rise.
There's no public safety in here.
While the cadets are getting ready, I'd I'd like to take a moment and acknowledge the deputy who led this academy over the past 13 weeks. The role of a training academy coordinator, or TAC as we call it, is critical to the overall success of the cadets. They are a mentor, a coach, a counselor, an advisor, and an instructor, just to name a few. For this academy, their TAC was Deputy Brandon Hartley. Deputy Hartley has been a role model and led this academy by example. He has ensured these cadets stayed safe during the COVID-19 pandemic and that they received the best training possible and that they are ready to move on to the next phase of their careers. Thank you, Deputy Hartley. Thank you for all you do and your contributions to our organization. I'd also like to thank Deputies Kevin Schweiger, Paul LaFranc, Matt Peterson, Jake Bulkley, Sergeant Kerry Shaw, and our training unit coordinator, Tammy Russell. This academy would not have been successful without their hard work and commitment, so thank you. Okay, as I'll call your names, please step forward and get your badge and certificate. Alicia Altvader. Eamon Asado. Simon Avila. Jeremy Bear. Skylar Bingham. Braden Borders. Joshua Breeze. Matea Brinsky. Anthony Crawford. Alexander De La Paz. Brandon Dunford. Braden Ellis. Mark Flores. Jalissa Finote. Preston Freer. Gabriella Garrigan. Nathan Glad. Caden Haney. Gustavo Johnson. Thomas Gepo-O. Castle Leota. Troy Mackey. Christian Meyer. Hunter Monson. Dakota Osborne. Isaac Peterson. Michael Pyle. Miguel Redmond. Anna Robbins. Tyler Sewer. Caden Smith. Spencer Starling. Hain Ta'u Tua'a. Christian Thompson. Ben Wasson. Hunter Wright. And last but certainly not least, Kemish Zelinsky. This time we'd like to take a few minutes and recognize and present our Academy Awards for the individual success of the cadets. The overall academic award, sponsored by the Corrections Bureau Housing and Service Division, will be presented by Captain Rebecca Green.
Thanks, Lieutenant Garcia. And thank you, Class of 27, for giving us such fine candidates to choose awards from. I always wanted to host the Academy Awards. So I think that the Academic Award is very special in that it reinforces the fact that we are professionals and that we are highly trained and very knowledgeable about what we do. Your learning has yet begun. You will learn your entire career. Having said that, the learning that you received, the education you received in the academy was grueling, and you had to remember a lot of facts, a lot of law, and a lot of procedures, and that is not going unnoticed. For this area, the Academic Award is presented to the cadet who has the highest overall percentage in academics throughout the entire academy. This includes 6 tests and 2 certification exams with an overall academic average of 93%. I'm very pleased to present this award to Christian Meyer. Stop again. Don't walk away empty-handed.
The next award is for the Overall Physical Fitness Award, sponsored by the Corrections Bureau Support Division, and this will be presented by Captain Bart Bennett.
Good morning, and thank you for the opportunity to present as well. Just a side note, the Sheriff's Office provides a opportunity to continue your physical fitness test each and every year, so I'd like you all to continue to do that. It is a great benefit that the Sheriff's Office provides. This year, or this academy, the Overall Physical Fitness Award is given to the cadet who has the highest overall average on their final physical training PT test. In the academy, we are required all cadets to perform at a 50% standard. The cadet who achieved the highest score on their PT test jumped 24 inches, did 57 sit-ups in 1 minute, 60 consecutive push-ups, and ran 1.5 miles in a blistering 9 minutes and 28 seconds. With an overall physical fitness percentage of 99%. I am very pleased to present this award to Miguel Redmond.
Take your mask off.
Our next award is the Professionalism Award, sponsored by the Corrections Bureau Housing and Programs Division, and will be presented by Captain Brent Dietrich.
Oh, it's exciting to see all of you smile when you got your badges with the mask off. That was nice. At the conclusion of every academy class, each cadet is given the opportunity to vote for the person they feel exemplifies the characteristics of a true professional. This award is truly an honor. It is the only award that represents the positive influence cadets have had on their peers. With that being said, I am very pleased to present the Professionalism Award to Castel Leota. Him or me? Just kidding.
Our last award is for the Outstanding Cadet. This will be sponsored by the Corrections Bureau Administrative Services Division and will be presented by Deputy Brandon Hartley.
All right, thanks, Lieutenant. I just want to take this opportunity to say congratulations and welcome to PSA 27. It's been an honor and a privilege to lead you into your career in law enforcement. Definitely been one of the highlights of my careers, so thank you for that opportunity. Here at the Salt Lake County Sheriff's Office, we pride every aspect of the academy, from the classroom to the mat room. The Outstanding Cadet Award is presented to the cadet who has averaged the highest overall percentage in both academics and physical training. With an academic average of 90%, a physical fitness average of 98%, and an overall academy average of 94%, I'm very pleased to present this award to Hunter Wright.
Great job, everyone. Our final speaker today was selected by the class to speak on their behalf. This time I'd like to welcome to the podium Simon Avila.
Hello and welcome to all the family and friends who are joining us through the live stream and also in spirit. I'm extremely humbled to have the chance to address our graduating class. My name is Simon Avila, and I've enjoyed every minute of every day throughout our time surviving these last 13 weeks. Take a moment and close your eyes. Think about those who helped get you here at this very moment in your life. Family members and friends who supported you when times were challenging. Give those special people in your lives the prize of watching their cadet graduate into the Corrections Bureau. Ultimately, believe in yourself as they have, and that you are the future leaders and support team that the world needs today. At this moment, we find ourselves in a world turned upside down. The commonplace civilian and citizen has been subject to mass protests, a virus pandemic, and a nation that seems to be falling apart. During these times, we often find ourselves questioning our moral ethics, political standards, conflicting decisions about wearing masks, and finding the spirit to support our graduating cadets in the academy. Our academy motto states, "Strive for excellence and perfection. Reflect strength and ethics in the journey toward triumph. To attain this, we must band together with honor and pride." Not only did we dig deep within ourselves to find our strength through it all, we successfully completed the journey towards our personal triumphs. Everyone here has their own limitations and obstacles in their lives that could have prevented achieving our goals. Together, as the latest family members of the Salt Lake County Corrections Bureau, we banded together throughout our journey in supporting each other through challenging physical fitness sessions, classroom scenarios, stressful realistic practicals, the OC spray, and a topsy-turvy academic schedule. Demanding as it sounds, we found our voices within ourselves to conquer our fears and break out of our shells. At the same time, we also gained a new sense of honor and respect. Along with successfully navigating the Utah Codebook, learning to shine our combat boots that now many of us could use as mirrors, showing up on time and in the correct uniform while still having everything on standby, clean shaven for our men, and a level of professionalism glowing from our ranks. Those few first days were unlike anything we've ever experienced before. New faces from all over the country, and even one special guy from overseas, Denmark. Backgrounds and personalities had separated us at first into our own personal success into completing this academy. Our nerves were at an all-time high as we tried to make our first impressions on each other, while at the same time, our faces were masked for safety. Our curriculum contained hundreds of pages stuffed in a massive binder that weighed heavily on our desks. The rules and expectations were set in stone on day one. Our leaders, TAC Deputy Hartley, TAC Deputy Schweiger, TAC Deputy LeFranc, Sergeant Shaw, and Lieutenant Garcia, did not know at that time that this class was going to be the best class ever to graduate from the academy. With respect to those academies who have traversed before our time here, this class, Class 27, with our class size and strength, our dedication and spirit, our never quit attitude, and persistence through the tough DT and PT sessions, our empathetic support of each other when we seem to stumble in a test or our PT challenge, our unflinching courage to face our daily challenges, our appointed leaders who took up a responsibility and ran full speed ahead, and also our followers who fully supported everyone to become the strongest and most prepared class the Academy has ever seen. Our time together is just the beginning. Today, we have achieved greatness. We have exceeded expectations in striving for success. The summer of 2020 will always be remembered as whatever it takes. Doing your best and forgetting the rest. Coming together to succeed as a unit and not as individuals. We push each other and we cheer each other on. Never forget the faces around you and always stand proud for what you stand for. Keep watch of our brothers and sisters in corrections and run towards the conflict. I know that I can count on everyone here to save me in trouble, or if trouble arises. Tap me out when I'm lost in the black. And defend our code of ethics into making the right choices at all times. Congratulations to Class 27. We did whatever we took. And now we are sworn corrections deputies in the family of Salt Lake County law enforcement. Stand tall today with your head held high. Soak in the honor and walk proud with the badge. Thank you.
Thank you, Simon. Okay, I'm gonna swear you guys in now. Are we ready? Sheriff Rivera will now swear in the graduating class 27. Class 27, please rise.
State your name, that is your individual name, okay? Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear. That I will support. Obey and defend. The Constitution of the United States. And the Constitution of the State of Utah. And that I will discharge. The duties of my office. As a deputy sheriff. For the Salt Lake County Sheriff's Office. With fidelity. Congratulations, deputies.
New deputies, you may be seated. This concludes our graduation ceremony of Class 27. Thank you all for coming here and celebrating their success with us. We know these folks couldn't have made it this far without your love and support, so we thank everybody that's watching on the internet and that's here in person. We appreciate all of you. New deputies, you're free to visit as long as you'd like and help yourself to some water back there. Did we want to do a picture? Okay, so if I could get the command staff and graduates to come up here quickly for the front of the stage, we can get a large group picture, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.